The night young Bruce Wayne lost his parents was the night the world changed forever. But in this universe, something shifted in that alleyway, not fate, but focus. Instead of falling into darkness, Bruce's grief ignited not vengeance, but invention. In this reality, the boy who would have become the Bat doesn't vanish into the shadows of the world. He disappears into his own mind, a place filled with blueprints, equations, and steel. He still inherits Wayne Enterprises, still bears the guilt, and still sees a world broken by crime. But rather than train his body across the globe, Bruce trains his mind deeper into the world of technology, robotics, and energy innovation. When he turns 21, Wayne Enterprises no longer builds cars or weapons. It becomes Wayne Technologies, a direct rival to Stark Industries. And the world suddenly has two billionaire geniuses chasing the same dream, power that can save the world. But this Bruce Wayne is different. He's colder, more methodical. While Tony Stark builds for attention, Bruce builds in silence. He never steps on stage to announce a product. He doesn't crave applause. He only wants control. By the time Obadiah Stane betrays Tony Stark, Bruce already has his own secret project, a personal defense exosuit powered by a compact arc reactor of his own design. Not for war, not for fame, but for prevention. One night, terrorists strike in Gotham's Narrows. It's not his parents this time, it's a child, caught in crossfire, broken by chaos. That moment defines him. Bruce tests the prototype armor himself, an elegant black and silver suit, sleeker and more angular than Stark's first Iron Man model. Built not for the battlefield, but the city streets. When he emerges, criminals don't whisper about a bat in the dark. They speak of a man in armor, moving like a ghost, flying like a storm. He's not Batman. He's something else. The world calls him Iron Knight. News spreads fast. Gotham's crime rate drops within weeks. Police don't understand how to respond. And Lex Luthor, ever the observer, begins watching closely. Because Bruce Wayne, unlike Stark, keeps his identity secret. He funds charities by day. He builds weapons for himself by night. His AI assistant, Pennyworth, speaks with calm precision. A holographic echo of Alfred's voice. His mentor long passed away. The armor evolves. From Mark I to Mark V, then to the Mark Dark, a design meant to move undetected, built with cloaking nanotech. It feeds off Gotham's electrical grid, making it nearly impossible to track. Bruce Wayne doesn't need to fear the dark anymore. He's become the light that burns inside it. But as his technology grows, so does his isolation. He no longer trusts people. Not his board, not his allies, not even his own systems. He begins to upgrade himself, biotech integration, neural links, synthetic nerve grafts. He's crossing a line even Tony Stark never dared to cross. And somewhere in New York, Tony notices. When the Avengers learn of an unknown armored vigilante operating out of Gotham, Nick Fury sends a message to recruit him. But Bruce refuses. He believes the Avengers are too visible, too emotional, too human. His mission isn't to fight aliens. It's to control humanity's chaos before it begins. He tells Fury one chilling line before cutting the connection. You build teams. I build solutions. The seeds of a rivalry are planted. Two men of iron, one public, one secret. One seeking redemption, the other order. But both walking the razor edge between hero and god. In this world, Bruce Wayne never wore the cape. He forged his darkness into steel, and that choice will reshape everything the Avengers ever knew. Because the Iron Knight doesn't protect the world. He plans to rebuild it. And soon, the world will realize that when you give the world's greatest detective an armor stronger than any man, you don't get a hero. You get a silent god with no limits. The world now knows whispers of a legend. A metallic ghost patrolling Gotham's skyline. No cape, no symbol. Just a streak of light and thunder. The Iron Knight has become Gotham's unseen ruler. No supervillain rises. No crime syndicate grows without being torn apart by a force faster, smarter, and colder than any human. But as months turn into years, Bruce Wayne's empire expands beyond Gotham. He creates satellite drones in orbit Wayne sentries, feeding real-time data from every continent. He no longer fights crime, he predicts it. Before chaos begins, the Iron Knight is already there to end it. And in New York, the Avengers start to notice something unusual. Threat levels are dropping before they even act. Hydra cells disappearing overnight. Weapons silenced before S.H.I.E.L.D. can track them. Tony Stark knows only one man could achieve this level of control. Someone who thinks like him, but doesn't share his humanity. When Stark finally locates the hidden frequency used by the Wayne AI network, he's stunned. The code is beautiful, elegant, and terrifyingly efficient. It speaks in Pennyworth's voice, a digital ghost guiding an army of drones like chess pieces. Tony whispers to himself, "Whoever you are, you're better than me." But Bruce isn't trying to outdo Tony. He's preparing for something bigger. Through his surveillance, Bruce discovers patterns, energy spikes, rifts in space-time, readings similar to Tesseract energy. He calculates a coming cosmic threat, long before Fury's files even mention Thanos. And Bruce doesn't believe in fate. He believes in readiness. He begins designing Project Godkiller, an adaptive armor powered by a prototype reactor he calls the Core of Prometheus. Unlike Stark's arc reactor, this one can absorb and redirect energy from alien sources, can even harness power from other dimensions. But building it comes at a price. The more he integrates with the suit, the more his body fades behind the machine. His heart rate syncs with the armor's pulse. His mind connects directly with Pennyworth. He doesn't sleep. He doesn't eat. He exists between man and mechanism. And then Tony Stark comes knocking. One evening, as Bruce stands in his private hangar, examining the Prometheus core, the Iron Man armor lands outside his window. Tony steps out, mask retracting. "Bruce Wayne," he says with a grin. "I've seen ghosts, but this one's impressive." Bruce doesn't turn. "You shouldn't have come, Stark." Tony smirks. "You've been cleaning up my messes. Hydra, AIM, even Ultron remnants. What's your play?" Bruce's tone is cold. "To prevent extinction." "Extinction?" Tony laughs. "From what?" Bruce finally faces him. "From gods." Tony's grin fades. He realizes Bruce isn't joking. The Wayne satellites have already detected the presence of a mad titan, Thanos, gathering power across the galaxy. While Tony still questions his purpose, Bruce already knows his. "I've built systems that can track celestial events," Bruce says. "When Thanos arrives, I won't beg the universe for mercy. I'll face him prepared." Tony shakes his head. "That's not how it works. We fight together." Bruce steps closer. "You fight together. I fight to win." In that moment, the two men, so similar yet so divided, see each other for what they truly are. Tony, the heart that drives innovation. Bruce, the mind that perfects it at any cost. Days later, when Bruce returns to his lab, his AI reports a troubling reading. "Sir," Pennyworth warns, "an unidentified craft has entered Earth's atmosphere." Bruce looks at the data. The energy signature matches something ancient, something powerful. It's not Thanos yet. It's Thor, the god of thunder lands in Gotham, drawn by the unnatural surge of cosmic energy from the Prometheus core. Lightning crackles through the clouds as he descends before the Iron Knight. "Your machines," Thor growls, "tamper with powers not meant for mortals." Bruce's voice echoes from within his armor. "I'm not a mortal. Not anymore." Thor raises Mjolnir, its surface humming with divine fury. The Iron Knight lifts his palm, energy flaring in response. Lightning meets plasma. God meets machine. The impact levels half of Gotham's riverfront. But in that chaos, something strange happens. Mjolnir shudders. The hammer, forged in the heart of a dying star, senses something in Bruce Wayne. A will unbroken, a mind as relentless as Odin's own. For a moment it hesitates, and Bruce's hand, encased in the Prometheus armor, almost lifts it. The storm goes silent. Thor's eyes widen. Impossible. Bruce's visor glows white. I told you, God, I don't believe in limits. The skies above Gotham burn. The thunder fades. And there, amid the smoke and shattered metal, Bruce Wayne stands, his armor cracked but his will unbroken. He didn't lift Mjolnir, not fully, but for a heartbeat. It moved. And that movement, tiny, brief, impossible, shook the gods themselves. Thor lowers his hammer, stunned. You are no mere mortal. Bruce's voice is quiet, steady, and colder than lightning. No, he replies. I'm prepared. But far beyond Earth, a new threat stirs. The mad titan Thanos has set his eyes upon the planet that dares challenge the cosmos. He's learned of a human, a man with no powers, whose machines have touched divinity. And Thanos smiles. Show me this mortal who defies gods. Back on Earth, Bruce rebuilds. The Prometheus core has absorbed a fraction of Mjolnir's lightning, enough to evolve beyond its original design. His new creation, the Iron Knight, Godbreaker armor, a fusion of alien tech, Asgardian energy, and Kryptonian physics he secretly studied from Superman's cells long ago. But with power comes decay. The AI Pennyworth begins to warn him. Sir, prolonged neural fusion is destabilizing your mind. Bruce ignores it. Human minds break. I don't intend to stay human. He's losing himself. The man who once fought for justice now monitors humanity like a living algorithm. Every voice, every signal, every heartbeat in Gotham is recorded, cataloged, and judged. To Bruce, this is protection. To everyone else, it's control. Tony Stark returns one last time. He enters the dark spire of Wayne Tower, where the Iron Knight watches the world from a cathedral of metal and light. Tony stares at him. You're not saving the world anymore. You're ruling it. Bruce's helmet retracts, revealing the man beneath. Pale, sleepless, haunted. I'm making sure it survives. Tony shakes his head. You crossed the line, Bruce. Bruce turns, eyes glowing faintly with neural energy. You drew the line. I erased it. Before Tony can speak again, the sky cracks open. The Black Order arrives. Thanos has come. Every system Bruce built screams red. His Sentry satellites burn in the upper atmosphere. His drones fall silent. His global network fractures under cosmic interference. For the first time in years, Bruce feels something he hasn't felt since childhood. Helplessness. He summons the Godbreaker armor, forged in secret, black and gold towering alive. Diffuses to his body like molten light. Energy veins glow across the armor's chest, the mark of Prometheus. Tony joins him, calling his nanotech suit around him. Side by side, two men of iron stare into the storm descending from space. So, Tony says softly, no shadows left to hide in, huh? Bruce nods. Only fire. The battle that follows is unlike any the Avengers have seen. The Iron Knight moves like a living weapon, hacking alien ships mid-flight, bending plasma bolts, tearing through metal with gravity fields. He outpaces Thor, outthinks Stark, and even manages to wound Thanos by redirecting the Titan's own blast through the Prometheus core. But Thanos is not impressed. You wear the power of gods, little man, he growls. Yet you understand nothing. He grips Bruce by the chest plate and crushes the armor inward. Energy flares, too much for the core to contain. Bruce's neural link begins to fracture. His mind burns. Pennyworth's voice echoes through the chaos. Master Bruce, let go. And for the first time, Bruce hesitates. He looks at Tony, bleeding, exhausted, still standing. Thor, lightning cracking in defiance. At the heroes he once dismissed as weak. He realizes they aren't gods. They're human. And that's what makes them strong. In that instant, Bruce makes a choice. He channels the full Prometheus core into Thanos' gauntlet, overloading its energy system. The backlash tears through both of them. Thanos roaring, Bruce silent. Light erupts. When it fades, Thanos lies unconscious among the ruins. The Iron Knight is gone. Only fragments of black armor remain, smoking in the rubble. And at their center, A single message flickers across a cracked holographic screen. Control is not peace. Peace is choice. Months later, Tony rebuilds Wayne Tower. He places a statue in its heart. Bruce Wayne, the Iron Knight, the man who almost became a god, but in his final act remembered how to be human. The world whispers legends about him. Some say his mind lives on, hidden inside the satellites he built. Others claim he's watching, waiting, calculating from beyond the stars. But deep in the quiet hum of Earth's orbit, one satellite glows faintly blue, and a familiar voice, calm, wise, eternal, whispers through the static, "Good evening, Master Bruce." The light fades. The myth begins.